stages, and we will oppose it in the third reading. Thank you.
Call Besetter Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Thank you, Mr Chair. And Mr Chair, it's a pleasure to speak on this, the committee stage of this bill, and to support it. And the reason I support it is because this bill transforms this area of the law and makes it more effective, makes it fairer, and makes it more efficient to distribute child support to those kids that need that funding. And I think members who've already spoken on the bill earlier and opposing the bill misunderstand actually what this bill stands for. This bill, presented by the Revenue Minister, the Honourable Peter Dunn, does not seek to solve all the problems of the world and the problems that children have in our society. All this bill does, sir, is a mechanism with which payments are made and collected between parties, often spouses who've raised a kid, but for some reason, whatever reason, have found themselves separated. And it's the payments between those parties that this bill covers. So where people are talking about solving poverty and where people are talking about making this bill more effective and the United Nations rights for children, that's not what this bill solves. And I think if you read the bill and you read the commentary, you understand that the mechanism to have those transfer payments made are made within this bill. There are a whole range of other programs and payment schedules that deal with those problems. Working for families, the accommodation supplements that various families receive, those are the appropriate payments to be made to support families and to support especially young children being raised in our country. So that I think we need to get the context around what this bill actually covers. And the other part of the context, which Mr Cunliffe refers to in his speech, was around the debt around child support. And we, in the Finance and Expenditure Select Committee 2 years ago, and I know he sat on that Select Committee, we actually looked at why those payments and penalties had escalated over time. And he said $2.3 billion was accumulated, much of it in penalties, and much of it actually leading, and he's agreeing with me, and I'm glad we agree with some things, and much of that was in penalties, and much of it led to distorted behaviour in those who were liable for certain payments to actually abscond and move away and not make those payments on the basis of the penalties that had been incurred over time. And that's why this bill is solving that type of problem, because it's not about the punitive aspects of child support. It is about effectively managing the payments that are made to those children, so the children that are in receipt of these monies are able to benefit from it. So that's what this bill does. And the bill, admittedly, as has been stated across this House, has a complicated formula. But I submit that we should give credit to the people of New Zealand that they are able to understand these things. When they do sit down with their advisor or an Inland Revenue officer, when they do sit down with those people that are able to assist, that the formula is an objective formula that's based on a calculation, that's based on modern ways of looking after children, the expenditure that's incurred for children, the incomes that those parents are derived from their everyday lives. Those are the factors that are taken into account when that formula is calculated. And I ask the members, if they don't understand, to read it, sit down and read it, and if they have trouble...
Point of order. The Honourable David Cunliffe.
I seek leave to table a copy of the formula because the member either can't remember...
No, the member is interrupting a debate. Peter Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Well, the Prince of Ponsonby might not understand it, but I certainly do.
Second stage of this debate, we've firmly established that Ponsonby is not in the Newland electorate yet.
Well, the member will resume his seat. That is not a point of order, and the member is interrupting the flow of debate, and it's unacceptable. Besetter Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Thank you, Mr Chairman. And all I will say about the formula that is objective, that it leads to fairer outcomes. Admittedly, there are some that will lose money according to the formula, but it is an objective formula that you can look up or you can get advice around, and it provides. Thank you, Sir.
I call Jacinda Ardern.
Chairman, we've just been told by the chair of the